Princess Samida lived in a grand castle on the edge of a vast kingdom. While many stories describe princesses surrounded by dolls and fine silks, Samida was different. Her chamber wasn't filled with jewelry or dresses, but with strange old maps, dusty leather books, and curious artifacts she found in the castle's ancient library. One stormy afternoon, while rummaging through a forgotten corner of the library, she stumbled upon a small, intricate box made of dark, polished wood and adorned with sparkling blue and green gemstones that hummed with a soft, magical light. But it wasn't the gems that intrigued Samida. It was the ornate lock, which didn't require a key, but a riddle. Engraved on the lid was a single, cryptic sentence: "Seek the sun's first rays, where the dragon guards and the ancient tree sways." This box had belonged to her grandmother, a fearless explorer who had disappeared many years ago. It was rumored to hold the most precious treasure of their kingdom. Driven by curiosity and a desire to honor her grandmother, Samida knew this was the start of an adventure. The first clue was the easiest. The sun's first rays were obviously in the east. She spent nights studying old maps and ancient texts to decipher the rest. The dragon, she realized, referred to a specific mountain range shaped like a sleeping dragon. The ancient tree, a massive oak at the foot of the dragon-like mountain, was a symbol of the forgotten city that had been abandoned centuries ago. Samida knew she couldn't embark on this journey alone. The kingdom was still recovering from a long period of unrest, and the roads were unsafe. She required a brave companion. She remembered a map she had found in her grandmother's collection, which showed a small, isolated village at the edge of the Dragon Mountain. This village, forgotten by most, was famous for its skilled archers and warriors. If there were still any descendants of those skilled warriors, they would be perfect companions for her quest. With newfound purpose, Samida set off for the village. The journey was long and demanding. She had to navigate treacherous terrains, face dangerous creatures, and endure the harsh elements. But her determination never wavered. She was motivated by the promise of the treasure and the memory of her grandmother. Finally, after many weeks of arduous travel, Samida reached the village. The village was small and secluded, nestled in a valley surrounded by towering peaks. The people were resilient and skilled, with a deep connection to nature. They welcomed Samida with open arms and were intrigued by her quest. The village leader, an elderly and wise woman, listened to Samida's story with great interest. She recognized the map and the symbols on the box. "Your grandmother was a brave woman, Princess Samida," she said. "She was a true explorer, always looking for new adventures." The leader told Samida that many years ago, a group of warriors from the village had joined her grandmother on her adventures. They had promised to guard the treasure until her return. But when she never returned, they honored their promise by protecting the secret of the treasure and passing it down through generations. The leader then introduced Samida to a young man named Aryan, a skilled archer and warrior. Aryan had grown up listening to stories about Princess Samida's grandmother and was eager to join her quest. "I will be your companion, princess," he said, with a determined look. "Together, we will find the treasure." Samida was relieved and grateful for Aryan's willingness to join her. She knew that with him by her side, she would be better equipped to face the challenges ahead. The leader then revealed the final piece of the puzzle. The dragon-like mountain was not just a symbol. It was actually a sleeping dragon, ancient and powerful. The treasure, a magical artifact capable of bringing prosperity and peace to the kingdom, was hidden deep within the dragon's lair. The ancient tree, the leader explained, was not just a landmark, it was the entrance to the dragon's lair. To enter, one had to solve a series of riddles and overcome various challenges, all of which required courage, wit, and a true understanding of nature. Samida and Aryan began their journey towards the Dragon Mountain. The journey was filled with perilous challenges. They had to navigate winding paths, climb steep cliffs, and dodge dangerous rockfalls. They also had to face various magical creatures and spirits, each with its own unique abilities and weaknesses. But with Aryan's skills and Samida's knowledge, they overcame every obstacle. They learned to work together, relying on each other's strengths and supporting each other through difficult times. Finally, they reached the foot of the dragon-like mountain. The massive oak tree stood tall and majestic, its branches swaying gently in the breeze.